Easy money. Okay, what's hitting me? Hey! Oh, mage blood. Hey! I saw the icon. Okay, now we go. Push. Curation. Divine Orb. Okay. Another completion. Another curation. Curation. Oh, that's cheaper. Okay, quick update to yesterday. So, it has been confirmed that Iron Will does not stack with Iron Grip. Therefore, Iron Grip is no longer a good note to take, so I dropped this. And as you can see by my tree, things have changed. Now, this leads to the second part, which is Overwhelm. So, Rudy has told me that Overwhelm for Impale is different to Overwhelm in general. Meaning that if this node gives me 20 Overwhelm, it doesn't affect Impales. Because it's Overwhelm for hits, but Impale is reflected damage. So it's, it's really confusing, but from empirical observation, it does actually work like that. So Overwhelm is only for hits, and Impale Overwhelm is only for reflected impales, even though the description says overwhelming hits. So there's something wrong with the wording here. I'm not really sure, but on POB that's how it's calculated, and in game it feels correct as well. So you can see I've dropped these clusters here, so these nodes here. I've picked up the sword mastery and taken the block node here, anti-block, and I've anointed vicious forceful skewering instead. And I've picked up the multi-shot here, and then taken intimidate nearby with attack mastery. So this setup is the best configuration I could come up with, because, well, additional projectile, 4 splitting steel is basically a multiplier. So it goes from 5 splits to 6 splits, and that's times 1.2 damage. I would say, I'm not really sure on that, but we'll pretend that it is. Now, moving on. As you can see on my tree, things have changed with clusters. So because I have chosen to do that, I have further upgraded my build to use 4 voices, because I've decided to put Impale on my gloves, and this frees up every single cluster for Impale chats. And as a result, I've increased my life to 15.4k, more life, and I've gotten more jewels. And with Adorned, the more jewels, the better, right? That's how it goes. Now, one downside to this is at 15,400 life, I unfortunately did not have enough accuracy, which meant I had to roll this gem, and I got insanely lucky. But for example, if I take this out, I'm at 14.2, not enough. Put it in, 15.9, enough. So on PoE, on PoB, accuracy suffix is actually worse than strength if I have enough accuracy. So you only really want one of these if you can. And yes, I got freaking insanely lucky. Yes, I know. Now let's move on to the next part. I was trying to corrupt for you cannot be blinded on the helmets, but gave up on that. Gave up. Instead, I've taken the Radikesh, Garukan Mana Pantheon for you cannot be blinded. Why? Because when you get blinded, you lose accuracy, meaning that I would drop to around 12k and precise hit will fall off. So yesterday in the videos, in a lot of the situations, I had actually less accuracy than life, which meant that this was off. Okay, I was doing half damage yesterday. big change, big change. Now, as a result, you lose, or I lose the regen here. So before I was using Frost Bomb plus regen to stop the life regen. Now I'm going to use Frost Bomb plus this jewel here in the abyssal sockets. Nearby, enemies hit by you have 19% reduced life regeneration rate. It can go to 20, but I'm not willing to divine it right now. And this stacks with Void Sphere Hinder. So Void Sphere applies the hinder for you, and you reduce life regeneration rate. Now, we were already using Void Sphere because Void Sphere is a great source of corpse removal, and although it doesn't last the entire time, it's good enough. Okay, it's like I'll try to figure out a way out. I'm probably gonna drop Berserk because I think it's pretty fucking bad, and add increased duration to here, and this will help you avoid DDs in maps. Although it's just how it goes. You will get DDs sometimes, and if you see it, you're gonna move, and you can't see it, you die. That's just how it is. So those are the 3 main upgrades and updates to the build. It feels like I'm doing double damage, so definitely take a think about this interaction, especially blind. Okay, the blind can be you can get it from here, helmet corruption, and oh, I should not forget, I was actually going to use a blind on precision, so you can get this modifier on a Watcher's Eye. And this jewel here costed me 3 divines, okay? And I'm looking at trade, and there's at least 5 more that are less than 5 div for a Pride Precision Blind. And I have switched into Watcher's Eye because since I'm no longer since I have more sockets now, this is giving me a massive DPS increase by having 2 extra impales. So very, very good. So the only difference between this and this is the precision. So 15% attack speed is the only difference, right? So if you can't afford to, not afford, but you aren't willing to make the swap into anti-blind on the Mana Pantheon, just put this in. Honestly, I think I made a mistake and I shouldn't have done this, because I feel like this is actually the best play to use a blind precision jewel. Because the investment I'm putting in for this is a bit too much, and I don't really like how much how the payoff is. And yep, that's basically it. And hope you enjoyed the build. Some of you have messaged me, and you've been having a good time. I'm glad. I do recommend the build as usual, because this one is a really strong build. Because let's be real, back to basics meatsacks are fucking hard, right? They hit hard, they're dangerous, and they have so much life. Yep, and that's it. See you later.